Hello everyone, I'm back today with my third layout using the Vintage Vibes kit. This is a kit that I curated from a Cherry on Top's available stock, and I have a wish list with it all pulled together, which I will put into the description box below. I'm going to fussy cut these pumpkins. I'm kind of showing you the ones I think I'm going to be able to fussy cut. We are going to embrace all the pink and orange that's in this kit. I'm going to grab the sequin or the dies that I took from my stash, and we're going to use those dies to create a shaker and also some doilies. And I'm showing you there my background paper, which is going to be that pink check paper from Bella Besties. If you need some stash diving, you can grab a doily. For today's layout, you can grab a doily die if you have it. Also, just plain circles will work for what we're going to do today. And you can make any kind of shape or style of shaker that you would like. Or you could also just layer up some circles and then maybe accent them with some sequins. So I am going to go ahead and create the shaker and the doilies from the pink and orange paper, and then fussy cut these pumpkins. Another thing we're going to use today are the stamps that we pulled from our stash. There's the shaker, so cute. Those use the Peach Fizz sequin mix that I chose to match my collection. If you're interested in what this kit is all about, how I curated it, what I added to it from my stash, I will link the original kit video in the description box, as well as the wish list link to the kit products that are still available. Most of the kit is still available, actually. The only thing that has really sold out are three of the papers. And then I did substitute another paper in that I thought would work well. So there is that as well. But a lot of the things that the 3 pattern papers that have sold out, I feel like you could definitely find something cute fall papers in your stash that would work. So we're going to use for today the Bella Besties background paper. I'm using the side that is all of the gingham. I'm going to use this Reminisce paper, and I cut a strip that is 12 by 4. Actually, I think it's 4.5. I wanted it just a little bit bigger than my, hold on. Sorry about that. I don't know if my microphone just picked up those crazy sirens, but there were crazy sirens outside. I live just off of the main road in the town I live in. So I don't live on the main road, but I live like on a side street, like 4 doors down, right by a big, huge hospital/trauma center. So sirens are kind of an everyday sort of life with me. I'm totally used to them, but I'm never sure if they're going to show up on my video or not. So in addition to that fall pattern paper, I'm going to use a lot of the cardstocks, and I fussy cut the pumpkins. Again, I fussy cut the pumpkins from the Fancy Pants paper that is sold out, but you could totally grab any kind of pumpkin stickers, any kind of pumpkin die cuts. You could die cut some pumpkins, lots of options that you probably can pull in from your stash. So I have my gingham background paper, I have the fall pattern paper, and then I just got these 2 1/4-inch strips from the orange cardstock. And I'm going to place them across the top and bottom of this leaf pattern paper to kind of finish off those edges. I'm going to stamp my title for today. So this is a stamp set from my stash. So look through your stamps, find an alphabet that you really like, and let's get some ink on it and use it up. Use it for this particular layout today. I am choosing Catherine Pooler's Icing on the Cake ink. You could choose any nice dark brown ink that you want. I would steer clear of blacks just because there's no other black anywhere in the layout that we're going to create. So a deep dark brown will contrast nicely, be easy to read, but not pull in something as harsh as black. I pulled out my Ginormous Misty so I could stamp my title right onto my scrapbook page, but I'm not going to use the door. I say this all the time. Having a Misty is not just about having that door. The 12 by 12 Misty, the pads that you work on, I think are key to getting really good stamp impressions onto a scrapbook page. I just think it's nice and even. It works really well. And for something like an alphabet where you're constantly switching out what you're stamping, I think the door actually kind of gets in the way. But having that nice pad underneath your layout really does help to give you a nice, crisp, clean surface. So I am using my acrylic blocks for the actual stamping, but I'm using the Misty as what I'm stamping onto. So here is my title all stamped out. I think it looks so good. Now it's time to kind of get the rest of our layout into place. So I'm doing a really simple design for my layout today. I'm going to keep my photograph and all of my embellishments and have them kind of interact and be mostly contained to that middle strip. There's a couple places where I do go ahead and let it overlap, but for the most part, we're going to keep things into that middle strip. So I have my photo. This is a photo of me and my sister and both of my nieces. We spent a day in Pittsburgh. I have some other photos. I'm going to be scrapbooking with this kit from that day. And we went up to the incline plane and stuff like that. So I'm going to start with this selfie, and I'm going to mat it with some of the other cardstocks from my kit. And now we're just going to play. So I have the pumpkins that I fussy cut from that paper. I have those gorgeous chiffon flowers and the Darjeeling leaves, both of which are still in stock. So yay. I have my shaker that I really want to use. And I'm going to play. I'm going to move things around until I'm happy with them. Some things I absolutely positively 100% know I want to include on this page. One of those things being that shaker piece. And then other things, if I use them, great. And if I don't use them, then I have them for another layout. I knew I wanted to get at least one of these little chiffon flowers onto this page. I end up actually getting 2 of them on, and they are so nice. So there's 4 in the package, 2 lighter, 2 darker. I used the 2 lighter ones on this layout, and I really hope that I can add the 2 darker ones on some upcoming projects. I'm not sure because the other projects I have the other photos I have set aside to use with this kit, they're like multi-photo layouts, but I think maybe I'll be able to use the other 2. I'm also going to pull in some of the canvas flares. So the canvas flares that I chose to add to my kit as the add-ons, there were 2 different kinds. One that was really fall-like and ones that were more neutral, but still match the colors, right? So I'm actually going to use the butterfly ones on this layout, even though the layout is like fall, right? But I like the butterfly ones. They just looked so good. And I have this thing for butterflies. I love them. So I'm just playing right now. Nothing is down. I can move everything. I can eliminate things. I can add things. I have these beautiful vintage doilies. By the way, if you don't have a stash of doilies in your scrapbook room and you don't have a metal die set that already cuts like real pretty intricate doilies, I'm going to leave the vintage doily die from Brutus Monroe in the description box. That vintage doily die is the one that I used on this layout, and it is absolutely gorgeous. So good. I love it. It's really fun. It comes with you can make all different kinds of doilies. You can make ones it's so neat. So for example, that tiny little orange doily that's in the middle of my shaker is from that die set. Then it'll make both of the doilies that I'm going to end up putting both sides of the doilies that I'm going to put onto my layout. And then, oh, hold on. Maybe it's sold out already. I hope not. Hold on. Let me
Okay,
look.
never mind. The vintage doily die set is sold out.
Maybe though. Hold on a second. Okay. Back up. The vintage doily die set is sold out at Brutus Monroe, but a cherry on top still has them in stock. So I will link up I'll link up to a cherry on top where they still have them available. And I would grab one like that. Super usable, and I love it. I also pulled in some little wood veneer pieces into my layout here, but this is basically the design. I left so much of me fidgeting around with stuff, I'm sorry, but I thought you might enjoy seeing that little bit of process. It's not a process that I usually add to my videos, so something a little bit different. And this is why I wanted to curate these kits. I'm so glad that this first one has been so well received, because this is why I did it. I wanted to pull together a kit that was not complete, right? Because we have so much stash here. We have so many products in our scrapbook rooms. So my thought was, why not create a kit that gives you that you can coordinate and use, but then you can pull in some of your stash. So you can pull in the things that you have in your scrapbook room, so you don't feel like you're getting use out of your product. You guys know, like, I am a huge rediscover your stash girl. Like, let's dig into your stamps and find those alphabet stamps that you haven't put ink on yet. And yet let's add those to this kit and use them. Let's grab those one-off or two-off or little wood veneer pieces that you thought were absolutely adorable, and they're now kind of just collecting dust because you're not sure what to do with them. Let's get them onto our pages and mix them in with some of this new stuff that's coordinated. So you have a color palette, but then by watching the videos and playing along, you also get to know, okay, what kind of stash do I have and what can I pull from my stash to add to this particular kit to make it work, to flush it out, to make these projects. Right? I hope that makes sense. I know it's a little bit of a rant, but that is my point that is my goal as I pull these kits together, is to make sure that they're not complete, because I want you to be able to rediscover your stash as you work through the projects. My last little detail for today's project is just going to be a scattering of sequins. I do love a scattering of sequins. They're gorgeous, and they're like the best budget-friendly thing that you can mix and match with your stash and add to your stash and still create something beautiful. They just brighten everything up. That will be all for today then. You can check out information and links for anything you might want. If you go down into the description box and you can't find a link, please just leave a comment and let me know. Sometimes when I get to the point where I'm adding stuff into the description box, I can't remember what I said I would add and what
need to add. Does that make sense? So I understand I have a Swiss cheese brain. So if you get down in the description box, there's something there that you can't find or that you want, just leave a comment and I will get back to you quickly because I have my notifications on, so my phone will buzz me. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and I will talk to you all again very, very soon. Bye.